He's a one-man crime wave who destroyed the lives of dozens of victims, including his own family.
He didn't use a gun. He used trickery, fake names, and forged contracts to live the good life. But as Fox 2's Rob Wolchek explains, the party's over now.
That's right. It started with a poor guy who got ripped off by a contractor who used a fake name. It ends with the bad guy going away to prison for up to 21 years.
Entering the courtroom, it's super scam artist John Houston Floyd. It's sentencing day, and he's looking at a long prison sentence. And he's real sorry.
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize to all the victims impacted by my mismanagement and poor choices.
There's a lot of them.
Correct.
There sure are. Some of John's victims are in the courtroom to see him put away.
And how much money does he owe you?
$103,000.
Contractor John Floyd was living the high life 2 summers ago. He had a beautiful wife and family, a gorgeous house, and nice cars. Even though he owed $100,000 in restitution for old fraud crimes, the system wasn't really putting any pressure on him to pay up. And even though he'd been busted again for one of many DUIs, no one seemed to be coming after him. That all changed when I put John in the Fox 2 Hall of Shame.
You're a crook. You're drunk. You got a bunch of DUIs. You drive around with no driver's license. You're a crook. Look, see that? That is a crook. And that's you.
Yeah, that's you.
It had all started with a guy named Danny who contacted me saying a contractor named John Patricina had taken $5,000 for a driveway repair. But John Patricina turned out to be a fake name, one of many aliases for John Houston Floyd. I found a bunch of other victims who'd been taken by Floyd using fake names. I confronted Floyd, and he pretty much denied everything.
Stole a bunch of money.
I didn't steal the money.
I put Floyd in the Hall of Shame. The police and prosecutors saw the story and soon started putting the pieces together. John was locked up for his DUIs while detectives in Rochester, working with the Attorney General's office, put together a case. Then I was contacted by John Floyd's wife, who discovered a cache of phones, life insurance policies, and fake signatures on contracts in her name. Seems she was duped by her own husband.
I believe and trust in the people that I love. And he took that love and he used it, and he used me, and he has destroyed everything.
She went to the cops. Other women came forward as well who were tricked by Floyd into signing contracts he used to commit his fraud.
He has no heart. He just doesn't care.
Basically, the dude's a master con man to everyone. Last month, Floyd pled guilty to taking money under false pretenses, conspiracy, and forgery. Now, it's time for sentencing in front of Oakland County Circuit Judge Hala Jarboe.
I think I read somewhere that there was an indication that detectives were able to identify more than 100 victims.
Yeah, John Floyd's a bad guy, and he gets a big sentence.
4.5 to 15 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Not only that, but he's got to pay even more restitution to his victims.
He'll pay restitution in the amount of $93,748.29.
Good luck getting that money. He still owes money from old cases as well. He was ordered to pay back Lisa $100,000 in a case 10 years ago, and he sure hasn't.
He is a true con man.
His now ex-wife, Stephanie, agrees.
If he gets out here in 4, 5, 6 years, he's just going to do it again. He's proven that he's done it already again. To me, he's done it before, and I'm sure he's going to stay in the same track and probably do it 10 times worse. Probably have 200 victims next time.
And remember, it all started with one victim, Danny, and the Fox 2 Hall of Shame.
Getting this out there, I knew that other folks would come forward and we could put a stop to it. You know, that's what my goal was, is to put a stop to it. This guy can't go around just taking people's money and thinking he can hang on to it.
After court, John Floyd's attorney handed me this handwritten note from John. Here's what it says. I appreciate Fox 2 for providing me an opportunity to apologize to those victims impacted by my mismanagement of client funds for which I pled guilty to. I will pay my debt to society, pay any and all court-ordered restitution and court costs. Upon my release, I look forward to contributing to the well-being of the communities in which I live and work. By the way, he didn't plead guilty to mismanagement of client funds. He pleaded guilty to forgery, larceny, and conspiracy. John, you fooled a lot of people, but here's what I think about your statement.
So for all those crimes, how long will he likely remain in prison?
Okay, so because he's a habitual offender, the minimum he's in prison is for 4.5 years. The maximum, he could stay in there for 21 years. So he could get 21 years in prison. I think he's going to be in there for a long time. He is a bad, bad guy. He's got felony drug charges in his past. He's got a bunch of larcenies. He's got a bunch of drunk drivings. And then this whole new slew of things. So I would really like to see this happen to more of these bad guys that I put in the Hall of Shame, because a lot of them are just bad guys. And John Floyd is definitely a bad guy who's going away for a long time, and I'm happy.
And even then, he tried to con you one more time.
Yeah, he throws me this little piece of paper. Jeez.
All right. Thanks, Rob.
All right.
Trying to solve a dispute with a handgun lands one guy in emergency surgery, another behind bars. What Warren police say led up to this early morning shooting.
He was found guilty of selling diseased body parts. Arthur Rathburn